All right. What's up, everyone? So if you couldn't tell by the chat up there or the title of the stream, we're gonna be hanging out doing some D&D stuff. I got a bit of a cough, so I'm gonna be managing that throughout the night. But I got some G Fuel to keep me going. I thought about putting a like this post right here. I thought about putting a whatchamacallit, like an engraving on there that says G Fuel, because I always keep my shaker like right inside what would be here. I don't know. It's a thought. One I haven't given a lot of time to. So but yeah, so tonight I got a couple things that I'm gonna be working on. A couple things that I've kind of been sitting on a little bit. Things that I probably should have done already, kind of a thing. Some of that has to do with Stibbles, Codex of Companions. I want to add some of the feats from there, just because it does have like book specific feats, and kind of like leaning on the fact that I haven't added any of those. Kind of want to do that. Yeah, so but yeah, let me go ahead and pull these up. There we go. And as you can see, I'm actually gonna be working on something a little more personal. So for those who don't know, I know I've brought it up so many times, but one of the map makers that I follow, Morvold Press, he recently put out this thing where people could submit their like custom homebrew items, and he would have an artist make them, and they kind of worked on some stuff, and it was really cool. And one of the ones was one of mine, the Book of Scribing. I'm just absolutely in love with this art. But I actually want to like add this version to Beyond, because I have it published in here. But I kind of want to like do it based on the wording that he has. I don't plan on, I'll probably just create a new version of this. So that'll be the easiest thing to do. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that. Basic information. We're actually just going to copy and paste this. Large, well-crafted tome is bound in a heavy charcoal dyed leather, and filled with rich pages of high-quality vellum parchment. Its cover has been etched with the silver sigil of the School of Divination, and two silver circles appear side by side on its spine. When the owner places their thumbs upon either circle along the back, they can split the book into two identical copies. Anything written in one book appears in the other. Its letters holding a fiery glow that eventually turns to a charred black. This can happen over any distance. Now, that's actually like the big difference between this version and mine. What is this? Well, sure, we'll do that. Oh no, it's nope. This, yeah, in a heavy charcoal dyed leather. I think what it actually needs is after that is a comma and is this hefty, well-crafted tome is bound in heavy charcoal dyed leather and is filled with rich pages. Yeah. Can split the book. Yeah, we'll say it because that's technically right. Turns to a black char. So yeah, the difference between my original version of the Book of Scribing and the one that Morvold and the artist, I'm assuming they both probably had a little bit of work into it, is that this one, at least, this one specifically says that it can happen over any distance. Specifically, my version was limited to the exact same plane of existence. So this one's actually like a slightly more powerful version. Now, another difference between the two of them is that with mine, it had a zipper on the spine. That's actually how you undid it. You spoke a command word and pulled the zipper. But again, I like the flavor of both of them, and the nice thing is I can make updates to it and have each one of them be its own thing. So now when I go into here, I have this updated one, and with that we can share to the community. So, and there we go, and that'll update it, and then we can actually whenever you go into it, you can see older versions of it. That's kind of the nice thing about it. But the other one that he made, which is kind of the one that I wanted to work on, is this guy, the Necromancer Shield. Description: this heavy steel-bound wooden shield bears the bones of a single skeleton, its legs pinned back behind it, and empty-eyed skull staring blankly forward. The shield functions as a normal shield, providing +2 to armor bonus when donned, but has 2 other properties available to the attuned user. Once per day, when the attuned user of the shield speaks a command word, the skeleton comes to life and can perform two abilities. The first is that it physically leaves the front of the shield, coming to life as an assembling skeleton, serving its owner for 1 hour or until destroyed, at which time its bones slowly make their way back to reform upon the shield's face. The second ability is Mock. For up to 1 hour, the bearer of the shield can cast Vicious Mockery as a reaction, as a special ability where the skeleton insults and otherwise mocks a living creature that can understand the languages it can speak. If the bearer of the shield wishes, they can replace the skeleton with a new one, provided they have access to the full skeleton of a fallen creature and a short rest to perform the ceremony, whereby the old skeleton drops away and is replaced by the new one. So yeah, basic shield. It's nothing crazy. It's not even like a +1 shield or anything like that, so we don't even have to really mess with anything in there. But Necromancer Shield. And I don't actually know if he has on here like what the rarity is. It doesn't look like it, so I'm probably going to lean towards rare. And this is armor. This is a shield. It does require attunement. That's a thing. And then there we go. We're gonna make sure we bullet these. Awesome. That's not going to make any sense in there, because I am just going to add that as a creature. Has 2. All right. So there we go. So we're going to go ahead and create that. Now it is giving you access to Vicious Mockery. So we need to make sure we add that. And I think we're gonna have to put as a reaction, because I don't think there's a way to specifically do that, because it's an item. It's not going to give me an ability. It doesn't have any additional things. It doesn't have any modifiers, because it's not magic or anything like that. So we'll just go ahead and save that, and then what we'll do is we'll create a monster for this. I could probably lean on Skeleton already having most of the work done. Probably not the worst thing. Reassembling Skeleton. Undead, medium, lawful evil, CR1. Yep, okay, cool. It's got the short sword. It's all the same. That's awesome. I'm glad I did that. Special traits. So we need bold and italicize. Reassembly. Skeleton regains 5 hit points at the start of its turn. Ow. If the skeletons... No. If the skeleton takes bludgeoning or force damage, this trait doesn't function at the start of the skeleton's next turn. So that's the way to get past it. Okay, cool. Good. Because that's kind of like the same thing that normal skeletons have. They have their or not skeletons, zombies. They have their undead fortitude, which says that if you if you deal any amount of damage to it, then it has to make a Constitution save. And if it fails that, it's gone, it drops to 0. If it succeeds, it drops to 1, except if it's radiant damage. So that's the key takeaway. Always attack zombies with radiant damage. The skeleton dies only if it starts its turn with 0 hit points and doesn't assemble. Yeah, so it's the same thing. It's the same thing as a zombie, basically, in regards to that. Sick. All right. All that's good. AC is 15. Armor, scraps, and shield. It has... Hello, Beauregard. +8. Average hit points is doubled. It's actually pretty decent. 14, 15, 6, 8, 5. Good. Saving throw proficiency. It's got wisdom. So that's actually pretty decent. Still bludgeoning vulnerable. Still immune to poison, I imagine. Yeah, poisoned. This doesn't actually matter, but passive is fine. Dark vision, I think it already has. So let's go ahead and give that a quick save. There's the dark vision, and there's the 30 foot of movement, so we're good. So reassembling skeleton was basically just the same thing as a skeleton, just with that reassembly feature. Actually, I take that back. It has multi-attack. Sick. The reassembling skeleton makes 2 short sword attacks. Sweet. All right. Oh. Crunchy neck. Crunchy ass neck. Oh. All right, so that's gonna do it for that. I'm gonna bring up the other things I want to work on. So one of the things I want to work on tonight, want to add on to here, is these additional blowguns and whips from Bob World Builder. This is something that I've been wanting to get in there because I kind of love this idea of making whips and blowguns have some variety. So want to really get that in there. So man, this cough. Now this is one thing that this is legitimately the one thing that I don't like about Beyond. It doesn't let you create mundane items, which is a pain in the ass. So I don't actually know how much this is gonna work. So we have a war blowgun, which is going to be based on a weapon that's obviously going to be a blowgun. I'm going to say that this is uncommon, or no. I'm going to say the unknown, the rarity is unknown, because it's not. I guess it would be uncommon if anything. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. But what's going to suck is it's so a normal blowgun. One second. So a normal blowgun is it's a martial weapon, which changes drastically. This is changing it to simple. It's only dealing 1. It has a range of 30 or 120, or sorry, 25 100, versus this one, which has 30 120. But it also has the concealable and the stealthy, which that's fine. Like, that's not accounted for because that's something different. What sucks is I can't change what this is. Now, technically, I could just make it not a blowgun. Came across that guy's videos. Yeah, Bob's stuff is great. He focuses more on, like, campaign tutorials and stuff like that, and how stuff works compared to the real world, and does a lot of like community surveys and stuff. I mean, I watch a lot of his stuff, but it's kind of particular. But what I need to look at is I need to look at all the weapons, because what the problem here is that I need to find something that is going to mesh up with what I'm doing. So I need 1d4 with a range of 8320. Which that's pretty much just going to be the short bow. Yeah, short bow or the light crossbow. It has the loading, so I'm going to have to go with a light crossbow. So I'm going to have to base this off of a light crossbow. It doesn't require attunement. It's just a a larger, more powerful blowgun. And what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to make the damage. It's not a bonus. Like, that's the thing. That's kind of the thing that I'm bugging about. I don't want it to be a bonus. It actually needs to be a penalty, because I need to go from a D8 to a D4. I don't know if I can change this. I'm gonna try. So piercing, and it's 1d4. I really wish that Beyond would give us the opportunity to make mundane items. I want that so bad. So yeah, that's fine. The other blowgun is what it is. So this one's just gonna have to be that. See, this is what makes it so hard for adding these. But we'll give it a quick try. So this one's gonna be a whip, cat o' nine tails. Now, a normal whip, 1d4 slashing, so you can see that, like, that's what this is. The main difference that's coming into play is it has finesse and reach on here, and on here you can see that the whip has finesse and reach. What it's adding with this buff is the light and grappling feature. Now, the grappling is the one where you can try and ensnare an enemy and choose to not deal damage. I don't know if I'm gonna roll with that. I don't think I'm gonna add that. Where's my Minotaur Centaur combo? Maybe I'll work on them tonight. Maybe another day. I plan on doing that. It's still up there. That vicious memory is still up there, buddy. So 1d6 finesse, light and reach. I should just be able to upgrade the whip, because I can't add a property to an item. This is what sucks. And I don't think there is anything that's finesse, reach, and light. I got, yeah, finesse, light, and thrown. But when it comes to reach, it's basically just the whip, and some of the bigger ones, yeah, halberds, glaives, and whatnot. So it does kind of suck that's, you know, the limitation that's already on there. So it's gonna be cat o' tails whip. We're gonna say this is uncommon. This is based on a weapon, which is gonna be a whip. And just for reference, a cat o' nine tails is basically a, you know, multi-tendrilled whip. So that's the main idea behind this. A multi-tendrilled whip that deals slashing damage instead of, I believe, piercing. Oh no, it is slashing. Okay, so that was the same. I think that's, yeah, basically this. Oh wait, that's right. Okay, no, yeah. So what we're gonna do is this multi-tendrilled whip, or no, this whip has multiple tendrils, making it far easier to strike a target. Now, the reason why we're putting that is because this is going to be listed as a simple weapon technically, so I can't change that, but it is technically a simple weapon and not a martial weapon. I don't think I can actually change that in here. Let me see, actually. Whoa, wait, weapon property. Shit, you're kidding me. Okay, did not know that existed. Okay, let me go back to my creations. Let me pull up the one that I just did. The blowgun, yeah. Okay, so the war blowgun is supposed to have... Okay, no, the war blowgun was fine because I can't add a new property. So that's fine. I don't want to make a... Yeah, okay, no, I'm good. So... But I can make it... I can't make it simple. Okay, because that's changing it itself. That sucks. Oh well. I'll be able to... That'll definitely be able to come into play when I do the normal whip. But I don't even have to do that, actually. So... Yeah, no, it's fine. Pretty much the way that it is. The only difference is that this would be simple. And we're going to add the sword whip. Which again is going to be uncommon based on a whip. And this bladed whip delivers a more deadly strike than its more common counterpart. And then we're gonna do damage bonus. It's still slashing. That's gonna be 1d6. Cool. All right, so there we go. So there's that. Got our sword whip. Let's close out some of these tabs. Oh yeah, I got the new Clash of Thorns dice. Still waiting for that book to come out though. Actually, let's take a look at these dice. Let's see. We'll roll on Maelstrom's page. Oh, sweet. I got a nat 20 there. Oh, it does a thing. That's awesome. Okay, cool. Let's see, got nat 1. Ooh, okay. So nat 1 is purple. Nat 20. Oh, I think that's Lord Soth. Yeah, that's Lord Soth. That's sick. I love that. I love these digital dice that they do. See if we can get another one. Nope. There we go. I don't know who that is. I mean, I know very little about Dragonlance, so it's probably just beyond me. So, what I want to do next is I want to add this subclass. One of the most overpowered subclasses, and I'm kind of hesitant on even adding it, if I'm not gonna lie. Some of the abilities with this I was discussing with a friend of mine, and some of the abilities featured in this are grotesquely overpowered. So is this going to format right? No, it formats all wrong. Like my Spelljammer dice. Yeah, I turn the sound off. I can't stand the sound of the dice. So I just, if you go into settings, you can turn the volume off, and then this is what controls the those little things that happen. This, you can also turn this down if they roll slow, because it does do the math for all the shadows as well. Projecting them to electricity, rampaging. Okay. Let's miss all those. Yeah, definitely adjust the settings. It's honestly one of the things that I've meant to bring up to Hannah numerous times. If you use a basic set of dice, like honestly, I do more often than not roll with the basic black and red, because black and reds are just my colors. Or I'll occasionally switch over to the old school and use the same dice Gary Gygax did, but having any one of these that has like stuff tied to it, these fuzzy one are awful when it comes to using up your system's resources. The dice of Vecna are actually very nice because they don't really do anything, and it's like the number just pops up. Those are actually really nice. But yeah, using basic dice and making sure that like you turn everything off is just super fast. Okay, so we're just gonna copy and paste that up into there, so that's fine. This does not get any whatchamacallits, it doesn't get any spells. But what it does get is it gets a couple options on the first level. So this first ability is called Galvanic Heart. So lightning is a part of you. It flows through your veins and awaits release. At third level, you gain resistance to lightning damage. If you already have resistance, instead, if you take lightning damage, you can reduce that damage by 1d6 after the resistance applies. Which I like that accounts after and not towards what you're getting reduced. In addition, while raging, you can unleash the lightning within. For the duration of your rage, you can choose to unleash or use your bonus action to unleash various powers. So this is actually tying into that Fire Dancer subclass, that Monk Fire Dancer, with that same ability of you get a resistance, but if you're already resistant, you get this added benefit. And I really like that. I like that is a thing. And I want to see, I want to use that more in my own games. So I really like that Monkey DM is kind of sticking with that and making that more of a standard. I don't like doing like double resistance because I'm not going to lie. Sometimes asking a player to divide a number by 2 is already difficult enough. Asking somebody to divide something by 4, it gets a bit rough sometimes, and that's just from experience. Yeah, like with Cephas, with Cephas, he's he gets resistance from fire thanks to his volcanic aura. He got that when he got the Omen of Catastrophe. Now the thing is that specifically with Cephas, now he's playing the original Path of the Cataclysm. Now the thing is with this is that at 10th level, or wait, no, no, not at 10th. Gain resistance to fire. Yeah, here it is. At 14th level, you're immune to the damage type dealt by your aura. So while raging, that's gonna come down the line. So, and this one is, kind of in a similar vein. But I do like the ability to kind of double up on your resistances to get that little bit of an extra buff. So if Cephas got something that was, like somehow got another kind of armor that was fire resistant, then he would get that fire resistance. So if he got hit by a fireball, took 32 points of damage, failed to save, his resistance is going to kick in. He's going to take 16, then we're going to roll a d6 and he's going to reduce it by that amount. I like that. I really like how that works because it kind of implies about the armor, really helping out even more. Okay. So back to here. So galvanic heart. Now, I was talking to a friend of mine, like I said, about this one, and it is grotesquely overpowered. As much as I am adding it, I'm like almost hesitant to allow this to allow somebody to actually use this for once, because of everything you get. So basically you're going to get that resistance to lightning, or you're going to get that added resistance on top of that. Plus, while you rage, you can use a bonus action to use one of 3 abilities. Electrified chains. You use your bonus action to create chains of lightning that wrap around your weapon. The next time you hit a creature this turn, it takes additional lightning damage equal to your con mod and becomes ensnared by the chains until the start of your next turn. Each time it attempts to move further than 10 feet away from you while ensnared, it must make an athletics check contested by yours, freeing itself on a success. On a fail, it takes lightning damage again, and its speed is reduced to 0. So you are throwing out chains of lightning that wrapping around your weapon. So your sword, your great axe, whatever you have, and when you hit a creature, they're wrapped in those chains. And if they try and run away, you're like reeling them back in, but zapping them at the same time. So you're getting initial damage, you're getting additional damage from the ability, and then if they try and move, they're taking damage again. So it's very much locking creatures down. Fulgurant Strike. When you successfully hit a creature with a melee attack, you can leave the weapon embedded in their chest for a brief moment. You immediately use a bonus action to call down lightning from the heavens to strike them, using the weapon as a conduit before retrieving it. The target takes lightning damage equal to your con mod, and all creatures within 5 feet must succeed a dex save against your vessel DC, which is down here. Or also take that damage. You have advantage on this. So basically with that one, you're taking your sword, you're taking your axe, and you are cleaving it into a creature, and then before you take that back out, you are calling down lightning to strike that, dealing all of that damage to that creature, dealing that creature and then having it spread out. So if you're working in an aura, you're just now spreading the love to, if you have a bunch of creatures around you, you're kind of spreading that love around. And finally, Lightning Step. You can use the dash action as a bonus action. If you do so, you can only move up to half of your movement. During this dash, your body becomes supercharged. If you end your movement within 5 feet of a creature, it takes lightning damage. What's up, Doctor? Takes lightning damage equal to your con mod as the lightning leaps to them. If there's multiple creatures, choose one that takes the damage. So again, with this one, bonus action dash, half of your movement. So figure probably about 15 feet. There's going to probably be an enemy within 15 feet of you, and you're going to rush up to them and basically just charging into them and having that lightning leap from them. Needed noise as I remake a character. Prep for D&D and possibly for session 0. Well, hey, congrats on making a character. That's awesome. I love making characters. Awesome that you got D&D on Friday, and congrats on a session 0, because that seems like you're going to have a new group possibly So you sound like me with multiple groups. Unless it's all for the same thing. So, but I am more than glad to provide some noise for you there, buddy. All right, so electrified chains. Go ahead and get that copied into here. One is a revisited game with the original players, me included, and one is set in the revisited games world just in the past. That's awesome. So is this an established world or is it fully homebrew? Is it based off of anything specific? Homebrew? Nice. That's awesome. Oh, I'm glad to hear you got a couple games going on. That's one of those things where I have some people like with one or two One Piece references. I don't know. I don't believe he's still in here, but my friend was in here a little bit ago, and he is a big One Piece nerd. So he is often talking about wanting to do that. In fact, in the game that was just played last night here on my channel, the Fandolin 5 group, he plays a character named Me, who is a pirate. He's a goblin pirate rogue. And he's a phantom rogue, so he gets like soul coins, can turn ghostly and incorporeal. We have the pirate King D Reginald. Awesome. I have to let him know that I got somebody in here. He is now Fabio. Red Gold. Oh, red. Okay. I know nothing about One Piece. You could literally say 1,000 things and I'd be like, yep, awesome. I do, I have considered running a more, fleshed out Gold D Roger reference. Gotcha. I do know that name. I have considered running a more fully fleshed out pirate sea shanty kind of, I left to purchase Dark Time. Yeah. All right. There he is. All right. Well, there you go. Yeah, I know nothing about, absolutely nothing about One Piece. I've watched like bits and pieces of it. Never got into it. But, I have, like I was gonna say, I have considered running a more pirate themed adventure. There's actually one that I'm waiting to really get into, which is the Sunken Isles that's going to be coming out. I'm very curious to see how that works. Did we find that one homebrew that was, I don't know what Law's warp ability. Oh wait, fighter subclass? I don't know. It's possible. All right. You gain resistance to lightning damage. Or reduce lightning damage further, or reduce lightning damage by an additional d6 if already resistant. In addition, while raging, you can use a bonus action to unleash various powers. Sent it. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So hey, the format, okay, is it, so what was this? At second level, your medical knowledge allows you to identify key pressure points within the human body. Your knowledge of pressure points is equal to your fighter level and replenishes after a long rest in replacement of second wind. Okay. At second level, expend 1 knowledge of pressure points. You learn pressure points that can focus on to heal yourself or others. On your turn, you can use a bonus action to focus on a pressure point and roll 1d6 to heal 1 target you can touch. This can be done a number of times equal to your pool of points. Okay. Starting at second level, you can push yourself beyond your normal limits for a moment. On your turn, you can take 1 additional action. Once you use this, you must finish a where was it? You must finish a short rest or long rest before you can use it again. At 17th level, you can use it twice. Starting at third level, as an action, you make a blue dome appeared centered on you and encompasses everything within a 5-foot radius. It lasts for 1 minute or until dispelled. The dome remains in place. In the place it was cast, does not follow you. While inside the dome, you can activate one of the following abilities as a bonus action. Shambles, you choose a target creature that you can see of equal or lesser size and swap positions within the room. You may alternatively choose an object weighing no more than 200 pounds and swap places. Tact, you target one creature of equal or less size that must make a wisdom save. On a fail, it is lifted 10 feet into the air and considered restrained. This can also be done with an object. And amputee, while inside, your next attack deals an extra 1d6 slashing. 9th level, this effect expands to 10-foot radius. 15th, it expands to 15. And beginning at 5th level, you can attack twice instead of once. So that's just normal attack. As a bonus action on your turn, you can focus on a number of pressure points within your body to achieve one of the following effects. Buso Shoku, 3 pressure points. Your AC increases by 2 for a minute. Kenbun Shoku, 2 pressure points. Your next attack has advantage. And Hao Shoku, 4 pressure points. Until the start of your next turn, you have advantage on saving throws. Oh yeah, here it is. Doctor, Path of the... yeah, martial art type, Path of the Doctor. So there you go. That's a thing. That's a thing out there. Yeah, like I said, nothing up there about whatchamacallit, One Piece. So over my head. Not horribly broken, but yeah. It also doesn't like. The thing is that fighter subclasses need to have more features. Like, I guess it does in a way, because like you need to have something at 18th as the capstone and something at 15th, because you get five abilities as a fighter. So the revisited game has Albernus Sartan, and the game is set in the past of Maelstrom Onus. I don't know any of those words. Those are words. I can tell they're words. Just words that I'm ignorant of. Ah, those are the names that you play. Gotcha. All right, so I know that I don't actually have to add these as options. These are just things that they get, but I have to add them as actions. I'm gonna have to add each one of them separately. That is gonna be the case. Converting you to my phone so I can purge the heretics. Yeah, believe me, it ain't gonna happen. My strong sniper naval man to Albernus, who lost 2 ships worth of people fighting Procon. Oh, that's a lot of people. I'll put this in here. Vessel DC equals, I need snippet codes. Snippet codes. So we're gonna do 8 plus proficiency plus con. And Maelstrom is a wild card. My favorite pirate is a ghostly goblin pirate, and okay. Yeah, sure. The only pirate for me and you's crew that's my favorite are the ones that are dead that can't bother me. Such as I, we, they, all the others. Oh, man. All right. So the snippet for this is bonus action to wrap electrified chains around your weapon. Maelstrom is a ferryman for the dead for Drachne, shipwright, a golden eye, and his most interesting title, a fisherman. That's interesting. Maelstrom as a ferryman for the dead, he sounds like he sounds like Ravenous's character's Ravenous is a part of a 2-man pirate crew. There's me and there's you. Me is a phantom rogue, and you is an undying warlock. And the undying warlock's patron is Karen, the ferryman. And me was saved by Karen, and it's how he got his phantom-esque powers. The next time you hit a creature, it takes... Yeah, love is a strong word. It takes blank lightning damage. And I'm going to say it becomes restrained. No, it's not that it becomes... no. Ensnared. There we go. If the ensnared creature tries or moves 10 feet away, they must make a... Okay, contested by yours. On a failure, it takes... We're going to make this unsigned. Image, and its speed is reduced to 0 until the start of your next turn. Drachna is a god, one of the 7 sea gods he worships. He's the last voyager at Drachni. All the new ones for Prokan. Wait, Prokan. Oh, wait. I know that name. Wait, Prokan? That's from, that's an Oithian god. Yeah. That's Prokan. Prokan was a Greyhawk god. He was he was part of the pantheon from the Greyhawk pantheon. I actually used him in an old campaign I ran. That's, yeah, when you said Prokan, it was like it yeah, Moradin, yep. Moradin, that's cool. I know Moradin is has a lot more associations with the Dawn War, with the newer pantheon. But yeah, when you said Prokan, that brought back a lot of memories to my old campaign where it was in a Greyhawk setting. Oh man. All right, so we got electrified chains done. So we're gonna do I had to change that music, man. All right, Fulgurant Strike. Anyways, I'm working on Albertus. Nice. Your sniper. Assuming gunslinger, possibly, if he's a sniper, or is he a spell sniper, or does he use like a crossbow or something? Use a bonus action to embed your weapon into the chest, I'm going to say the body, of a creature after striking them. D&D Beyond partnered content. Gotcha. Renegade, okay. Just don't like Gunslinger because of the style, or try to avoid like the CR stuff? Hitting a creature. Use a bonus action to embed your weapon into the creature and call down lightning. Dealing, nope, Don't want all that. Lightning damage. After hitting a creature with a melee attack, you can use bonus action to break your weapon into that creature and call down lightning onto them, dealing that. All creatures within 5 feet of them must succeed a DC. It's 8 plus efficiency plus con. Must succeed a DC blank dexterity save or take the same damage. You have advantage on this saving throw. Sorry. CR stuff isn't, in my personal opinion, is just trash. No hate to the folks who play the games or Matt himself, but I dislike the content. I mean, hey, it's an opinion. Like you said, not everybody's gonna like everything. There's definitely, I mean, there's things from him that I don't care for. But yeah, no, that's all up to you. I mean, yeah, no, that's fully understandable. If it doesn't mesh with what you're trying to go for, you know, no worries on that. There's I got kind of lucky because I actually had somebody who joined, well, to say joined, but one of the original players in the campaign that I run on Sundays, one of the campaigns I run on Sundays, he was big into Critical Role before starting to play, and I had heard about the Matt Mercer effect, and luckily that never played into anything. He never had expectations or anything that you know, where he came to me and wanted me to be more like Matt or anything like that. I mean, Matt has a very specific style, very particular ways of doing things that I can't emulate, things I try to at least live up to, that him and a bunch of other DMs that I vastly respect. But yeah, I mean, just because you love a person don't mean you gotta like their art. Guess that's one way to look at it. You can dash as a bonus action, moving up to half of your movement. If you end your movement five feet of a creature, yeah, it takes, oh god, keep doing that. It takes that much lightning damage. If you end your movement within 5 feet of a creature, yeah. All right, coolio. So there we go. We got the 3 abilities that come with that. Now these are all, this is kind of crazy thing. I know I've been, you know, back and forth on different topics while working on this subclass, but Galvanic Heart is already so strong. Getting 3 bonus action abilities just to start off with. One that lets you almost restrain a creature and deal damage to it. One that allows you to deal extra damage to a creature and creatures within 5 feet of it, and another one that allows you to move half of your movement speed as a bonus action and deal damage to a creature. Crazy. Luckily, the extremely new player in the Friday game, whom I got teaching them how to play was fun. They love combat and role-playing aspects. Luckily, they don't do the Matt Mercer. That's good. The Matt Mercer effect, like I said, I've heard of it. I've watched like videos on people talking about it. I'm just really glad I never had to worry about anything like that. Even in a game that I run at a local library, I had one guy in there who had seen a couple episodes, but he just wasn't into it. So luckily I didn't have to worry too much there. All right. Unique. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not, I definitely, there's aspects to the way that Matt DMs that I, you know, to say that I emulate, you know, I at least try to perform to the same degree that he does. He's just very specific in the way that he does stuff. I don't know, it's always good to have those you look up to. Oh, that was supposed to be an L. All right, so 6th level ability does not have options, but we'll have to save it there. Delete. Delete and delete. Ooh, this cough's gonna be the death of me. All right, so Roaring Crash at 6th level. You are ready to leap into battle at the moment's notice, crashing down on your foes like thunder from the heavens. As part of entering a rage, you can choose to leap into the air before crashing down on a point that you can see within 30 feet of you. All creatures within a 10-foot radius centered on the point must succeed a dex save or take a number of d8s of damage equal to your con modifier, half as much on a success. If a creature is on the point at which you land, they have disadvantage on the save and are pushed 5 feet of a choice, or 5 feet of a 5 feet away from your space to an unoccupied space of their choice. This is like legitimately the most broken thing about this subclass. As a rage, as part of entering your rage. So when you're a barbarian, your rage is your bonus action. So you're entering into a rage, and when you do, you can leap up to 30 feet and hit a 10-foot radius around you to impose a dex save. And if you're a level 6 barbarian, it is possible that you already have a +5 to your constitution modifier. So you're talking about 5d8 points of lightning damage. It's oh boy. Man, it's rough. My DM rolled scores and God did nice. It's actually rare that it's actually rare that I ever do rolled scores. I normally do point buy or standard array. Okay, as part of entering a rage, you can leap. Oh wait, this is a thing that's gonna go up. This is the level scaling. Fuck, what is that? That's like it's like, yeah, here it is, scale value. You ever had two 18s? I haven't. Yeah, no, I can't say that I have. Part of entering, you can leap X amount of feet into the air, crash down, dealing so this is going to be con modifier. Unsigned D8s, D8 Dex con. I'm a big buff sniper. Take the fight to the enemy if I need. Nice. Creatures within 10 feet of your landing must make DC this is 8 plus efficiency plus con mod. Must make DC blank dexterity saves or take that amount D8s. Lightning damage, half as much on a success. My curse, roll well on scores and in games get bodied by enemies. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I had some really good rolls in my game yesterday. I know Stacy in the chat here is feeling that one. All right, so we're gonna save that. Okay, so I need to do level scaling. So this is going to be at 6. It is a fixed value of 10. I don't know what that would have to be. Let's see. Roaring Crush range, I guess. And then that's going to get buffed to 60 feet. Actually stream the Friday game, might stream. Well, I will make sure that I'll make sure I give you a follow and I'll check it out on Friday. I don't often watch other people's streams, but I'll definitely check it out. Curious to see what you got going on over there. Wait, this is supposed to be 30 feet. There we go. Okay, so that should work. That should work. Level scaling. $8 p.m. Oh yeah, dude, I can check that out. I don't think I gonna work. No, I'm off that day. So yeah, I'll definitely check that out. Here's some fellow patronage around. All right, so Level 10 on the Path of the Lightning Vessel is an ability called Lightning Reflexes. Now, at 10th level, the lightning you wield enhances your reflexes past what your body could normally handle. As a result, whenever you make a dexterity check, you gain a bonus to the check equal to your Constitution modifier. In addition, the first time you use your lightning step on your turn, it doesn't use your bonus action, which is ridiculous. So you can use your lightning step without a bonus action, which is that one where you can move half of your movement and deal damage. As a reminder, like they have it in here, initiative is a dexterity check. So this means that at 10th level, this barbarian, figuring a dexterity of a barbarian might be something like a +2, maybe a +3 at that point. And a constitution at 10th level is probably going to be a +4 or 5. You're now getting at least a +8 or 9 on your dexterity or on your initiative modifiers. It's your initiative checks. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. You gain a bonus to initiative or to dexterity checks and initiative equal. Wait, you know what? We're going to do it here. In a bonus to dexterity checks and initiative. And we're going to make sure that is set up to at -1. Because we want to have that minimum. Additionally, your first use of lightning step doesn't use your bonus action. Plot twist, I'm the heretic. It's because I'm a mutant, isn't it? I don't know what you just posted there, Jared. I don't actually think I have to add anything to this. Nope, I don't. If I don't respond, it's because I'm playing as a psyker. Oh, you're playing Darktide. Nice. Nice. It's one of those things where I'm like, oh, do I get it now? Do I wait and see if it goes on Game Pass? I'm kind of like riding that, but I do want it. Man, do I want it. Oh, fudge. It's only $40 too. Oh no. And I do get paid in 2 days. Jared. Yeah, I think so, buddy. Yeah, no, I'm gonna get it. I'm on the back end of the tavern right now, making some purchases. There we go. All right, it's dealt with. Yeah, I'm not obviously gonna play it tonight or anything like that, but it'll be there. Whew! 40 gigs. That's a chunky boy. I gotta delete some stuff off my PC at some point. And I picked up a handful of games, so recently. Okay, so here we go. I think that's good. We don't actually have to do anything crazy with that. Also, fun fact, Baroness is haunted by the 200 souls of drowned sailors. Only like 10 in reality. That almost sounds like the Pact of the War or Pact of the Legion warlock, where you're 200, you're like hundreds of souls all culminating together. That's your pact is that of a group of collective of souls. He did lead those men. Yeah. Honestly, it kind of sounds like that this could have been like a tie-in to one of the campaigns I ran, where one of my friends was playing a character who was he was the only living member of a ship crew, because he just so happened to be off the ship while the crew was attacked. And so he was the only surviving member and was left as the owner of the ship, which was destroyed. Tor was a good guy. All right, level 14 ability for the Path of the Lightning Vessel. You are one with lightning. Your abilities improve in the following ways. Electrified chains. Creature cannot move more than 5 feet away on a failure. The abilities from your galvanic heart improve. Yeah, we're just going to leave that at that. Lightning strikes increases to 10 feet. Awesome. And you can use your full movement and choose to merge with lightning, teleporting the distance instead of moving. Okay. Cool. That's what we're going to leave it at. And we're going to just save that and remove those options, and we are done. Galvanic Heart, the Path of the Lightning Vessel is done. As broken of a class as it is. Oh. Remind me of the same thing, torn his barrel. Yeah. Half-orc, funny enough, Johnson's nephew will join the Albaranus on his venture. Brizzo Levallois. Nice. All right. So what am I moving on to next? Moving on to Stibble Feats. Moving on to Stibble Feats. Want to make sure that that went through. Everything's in there. Good. Branch the God Killer branch as a Chief Commodore. All right, so player feat, Arcane Conduit. After ProCon, he was demoted to senior captain of the 6th branch. Nice. You have developed a synaptic link between yourself and your companion working in tandem to achieve arcane mastery. You gain the following benefit. On your turn as a bonus action, you can create a link between yourself and a bonded companion within 100 feet. Until the end of your turn, the next spell you would cast is cast by your companion instead. Use your companion's location to determine the range and visibility of targets. Your companion automatically provides all verbal, somatic, and material components without a gold cost. Oh, okay. If you're... Okay. So if stuff doesn't have a gold cost, then it's your companion's just managing it. It uses your modifiers for the... Okay, so for all of that. All right. So the snippet for that... as a bonus action, you can cast as a bonus action till the end of your next turn. You can cast spells from the point or from your companion's location within 100 feet. Scope and a rifle. Okay, what are the what's the range on that rifle and what does the scope do? Curious. Part of a ranged attack, you insert random interaction. Oh, okay. Clever girl. Coating your shot in a slimy ichor on a successful hit, they suffer damage as normal, but also make a strength save to avoid being restrained in a mass of tentacles. That's awesome. On a failed save, they suffer an additional 1d6 force damage and continue to do so until they're able to beat the save DC to free themselves on subsequent turns. Target may repeat the save at the start of their turn. If they do, they suffer no damage. Nice. Sounds awesome. I have a warlock, a fathomless warlock that would love that. All right. So cool. That's Arcane Conduit, so that's good. Prerequisites, though, is the ability to cast one spell. Yep. I was going to say, this is going to be the one where it's a pain in the ass. That work? Yeah, good. Okay, so we're just going to have to... The musket usually takes, has 120 range for the scope, gives an extra 100 feet. The 100 feet is standard, no action. As a bonus action, it gives you dark vision out to a range and allows you to see through non-magical obscurities. That's awesome. That's fucking baller. All right, Cornered Combatant. You've gained an almost animalistic wrath when you're pushed to your limits. In tough circumstances, your adrenaline bolsters your strength so that you may live to see another day. Your strength score increases to by 1 to a maximum of 20. You have a +1 to damage rolls made while you have less than half of your maximum hit points. That sounds pretty badass. Gain a +1 to damage rolls made when you have less than your max HP. Muskets made from metal. Nice. You take the bones of fallen loved ones or any ammo, mix the powder with steel. Shit. That's fucking badass. Do this. It's gonna be a bonus. This is going to be... Nope. I don't know how to spell strength. Well... strength score +1. And I'm not going to add that because I'm not going to be able to specify that. Okay, yeah. You know what? I'll be right back. I gotta grab some water. All right, there we go. There we go. Okay, so on to the next feat. There's no prerequisite for that, so that's good. Let me close those out. Deep diver. Spent more than a natural amount of time underwater, and your lugs have grown to hold more air. In addition, you've become more adept at handling your movements while swimming. Okay. The amount of time you can hold your breath is tripled. You gain a swimming speed equal to half of your base movement. Interesting. Your breath 3 times as long. And gain a swim speed to half your movement. Scope is a prototype of the first branch technology. You also know the first branch has some special prototypes that say they have a range of 250-1000. They're scoped with a similar design. Interesting. That's pretty... that's ridiculous. Oh man, that's crazy. Do set swim speed is... I'm going to say, I can't do specifically, but I'm going to say that we're probably going to set it to 15 for the most cases. I think that'll have to be adjusted for each player, honestly, because of the way that it works. All right. So, bing. Oh yeah, thank you for posting that, Stacy. Yeah, that's linked for Stibble's Codex. It's got all kinds of companions, creatures, items for handling those companions, feats, obviously, as you can see what we're adding right now. Lots of good stuff. Your boldness truly knows no bounds, and you've taken interest in riding more than just horses and ponies. If it's larger than you and you can hold on tight, why not try to ride it? You can ride any beast provided that it is at least one size category larger than you. And you have advantage on animal handling checks made to calm your mount or attempt risky maneuvers. That's pretty badass. Okay. You can ride any beast as long as it's one size larger than you. Additionally, you have advantage on animal handling. Checks to calm or your mount or attempt risky maneuvers. Modify, or actually, let me grab that. Fire advantage, animal handling, and details to calm or mount or attempt risky maneuvers. Cool. Baroness joined the Navy at 14, got to ship hand, got cock blocked because only elves can be captain. So this little shit, now the age of 19, stormed into an admiral meeting, proceeded to shoot the current fleet admiral, who is also the king and mithril weaver. And the man just laughed, promoted himself to chief commodore, and allowed more Jesus. I was surprised you weren't murdered. Wow. I guess if that's how the world works. Man, that's hell of an introduction. Just to make this one make more sense, I'm gonna do magical bond first. Was every branch, vice, rear, pull through? I'm sure they did. Bond between your companion transcends material limits and takes on a magical strength. Increase your wisdom or charisma by 1. You learn the find familiar spell. In choosing a familiar, you can instead choose a willing companion whose bond strength is 12 or higher. A creature retrains, yeah, so it's basically the same. If you cast a spell on another creature or change its form, the companion loses the benefits from the spell. Okay. If it's in the demi-plane, it appears in an unoccupied space. Okay. Right. And your familiar's max hit points are increased by a number equal to your caster level. Sounds like a pretty powerful feat. All right. So he also survived godly lightning from Procon. He's just mostly dead when he washes. Yeah. All right. So this is going to be bonus. This needs to be choose wisdom or charisma. I don't know if wisdom or charisma is an option. Dexterity or wisdom. Wisdom or con. I'm going to have to do this. Choose an ability score to increase by 1. And I'm going to have to put here wisdom or charisma. You're also grabbing the Find Familiar spell, which is badass. And your familiar's maximum hit points are increased. Yeah, so that obviously we can't add. So, magical bond. Awesome. So now we can do greater magical bond. Adventurers who spend enough time with their familiar as companions find certain loopholes in the Find Familiar spell's function, allowing their companion even greater strength. Your familiar can take the attack action on its turn, Okay. And you can dismiss or summon your familiar as a bonus action. Nice. So, familiar can attack on its turn and be dismissed or summoned as a bonus action. Yeah, sure. Send me the link. Absolutely, man. So near his eye and down his neck. White scar completely disallows him from shifting to look like a human. It's his natural changeling skin tone. Nice. Yeah, send me the link. Go ahead and post it in here. And oh, dude, that's sick. That is awesome. I love that. I actually played a character who had a golden eye, because he was a warlock whose brother was taken by a shadow, and he made a pact with an angel named Azrael, and his binding mark was a golden eye, was that his one eye was gold. And if you look right above where it says player options and items, that character up above, that is, yeah, ass weasel, shut the fuck up, Jared. That is Azazel. He was my celestial warlock divine soul sorcerer. It's very hard to see on there, but I can pull him up in here. Restoring unsaved character. Who did I have unsaved? Oh, I was working on light. That is right. Yeah, here we go. Good old Azazel. Yep, there is our boy. One eye silver, one eye gold. Out there marching forward, casting his divine eldritch blast, and oh man, Lightbringer never looked so good. Too bad he turned into a bad guy. And there's his contract on the floor, which was basically trash after a point. Oh, I know he's in the tavern. I know he's up there. I just wanted to point out that eye in there. Oh yeah, it looks so good. Ah, God. Man, do I miss Azazel. All right. I don't need to do anything with those, actually. We're good with that. Lord of the Herd. Actually glows faintly glows ocean blue due to the remnants. Oh, that's awesome. It's completely useless, which is why he wears an eye patch. Oh man, I'd be wearing that. I'd have that out all day. All right, Lord of the Herd. You've discovered how to perfectly manage your relationship with a network of companions and are even able to take on another. Your wisdom score increases by 1 to a maximum of 20, and you can have up to 4 companions, and your bond strength with each of them is instead limited to 14. Can have up to 4 companions with a 14 bond strength limit. That a save. Jump in here. Bonus. Wisdom score is a fixed value of 1. So, Master Trainer. On to second to last. You've become a master of expanding your companion's abilities and have learned more effective ways to teach it. You and your companion have advantage on ability checks and saves made during ability training. Your companion with the highest bond can improve its ability scores by a total equal to 12 or 14 instead of 10. Okay. Advantage on ability checks and saves made during training. And companion. The bond can improve its ability scores by a total equal to 14 instead of 10. Not to change anything. That's great. Titles I made: Lightning Eye, Albernus. First branch is Fury, and Albernus the Scope Eye. And last one, a little bit of a fun fact. He is top of the Navy's longest recorded shot. Top 5-1. Oh, nice. 999 feet. Merwin Redwin, 998, 997, 908, Damn. Just out of curiosity, what level is Albernus? What level are you starting him out as or playing him as? Imagine he's, you know, already leveled up an amount. You said that this was a character that you played before, so I imagine he's already been leveled up some. Okay. Well, the DM loves powerful characters in roleplay, but he levels. I was gonna say he's definitely sounds extremely powerful. Definitely none of my players level 4 at the library have anywhere near that kind of stuff. You have advantage on all survival checks made to track a creature. And while navigating, instantly know the moment you are lost. Also enjoy I pronounce his name, but it's actually Albernius. Oh, okay. Albernius. I will try and pronounce it appropriately. All right. Am I gonna add these spells? That's a question. That's a question indeed. I want to say I have Bolster Familiar. Probably not. I think I have Bolster Undead Servant. Yeah. That was a good one. I'm curious, what's my highest view count? Check this every now and again. College of Dirges. Okay. That's old too. Damn. That's an old subclass. Still love it though. Well, yeah, now you can, now whenever you go to level up and get feats, you'll have these as an access. Bless Bane. God, still what a great option. Cauterize. Healing spells for wizards. Gotta have it. Battle Commander. Still one of the top top feats. That's also from Arena Guy, so, you know, all praise to him. Damn. Throw hands. There we go. All right, you know what? We're going to do some of these spells. So we're going to work on tonight. It's getting late. Going at this for about 2 hours now, getting some stuff added in. So we'll keep going, work on some of these spells. There's not too many. And go from there. Spells can be a pain in the ass. All right, so casting time, 1 action. It is verbal, somatic, and material, and this is a small iron bing. The only other notable thing is the fact that after the mass funeral of the sailors, he just broke the fuck down and sobbed into the mithril weaver's shirt, who offered him a round of wine. That's sad. Mithril weaver's a sweet dude. Shame his grandson, the current fleet admiral, is a bitch. Well, I just realized, is that a Twitch tumbler shaker? It is. Yep. There you go. Twitch G Fuel shaker. Had it for like 2-3 weeks now. Maybe 2 weeks. I have I got my Gamer Sups one, the one with the anime waifus on it, and then I have one from Ghost, because I love black and red and the Ghost because of my icon. And then I have my Carnage one because this is just black and red. So yeah, but no, purple Twitch shaker. Got it for free from G Fuel. Super stoked about that. Small iron ring dipped in perfume. I summed up his 872 word backstory as best I could. I feel that, man. Boy, do I feel that. Funny enough, I actually don't know how many words it is. Let me look. Yeah, here, I'll put it up on stream here. Oh my god, is that what is that? Is that from a thing I have? Oh, that's amazing. I love this. So what you're seeing on stream here, this is actually the backstory for a character I played, the one I talked about with the golden eye. This is Azazel. It's a 30-page backstory that builds up to him becoming a level 3 character. That was his whole thing. Oh my god, that's amazing. I can make it dark mode. But yeah, so this is a 21,000 words. A 21,000 word backstory for a level 3 character. So we got everything in here for it all. We have you know, the early years when his brother was kidnapped, him signing the contract, meeting his trainer Killian, his exploration into poetry, finding Lathander and the glory of you know, clericdom, meeting his familiar Ithis, and meeting actually my friend's character, which I never finished writing that whole thing. So yeah, that was a fun time, that character. Once played a fallen god Lucius, who was a cleric who actually drew power from his brother by draining it. Nice. Bernius made his gun out of Sartine steel by using his father's bone, who died escaping Barovian fog. Shit. That's fucked. I one time played a Tempest cleric who his name was Valkyr, and he believed that he was the reincarnation of the god of sailors and storms, Valkyr, of the same name. He was a water genasi who was left at the doorstep of a monastery that worshipped Valkyr. And they were on the sea. They were in like a seafaring town. Valkyr believed that he was the god himself, and thus was trying to go through life building his following, because he believed that as long as he got enough followers, when he eventually died, he would ascend to godhood, but he had to have enough of a following. So that was his whole thing. Every town that he went to, every place, every person, everything that he was about spreading his his following. Okay, wait, how do I do this? Spell character level. Nope. Indicates typically additional dice. Spell level. Okay, so we want spell level. His father's the whole reason he's in the Navy. He was supporting him for the last times. His father actually crippled. Strahd's like, nice. My memeiest character is Shellet, turtle barbarian fisherman who fished an entire species jet. Jesus. I don't know what my memeiest character is. I have a lot of meme. Oh, you know what? Actually, no. Memeiest character, Cliche. He's an anime protagonist who, like, everything about him is just pure cliche. His parents were basic farmers. He dreamed of better things. Found out his grandfather was a great swordsman, and he went out to be a great swordsman too. Follow in his footsteps. I got a lot of kind of like meme characters, but I always try to give them at least some basis in an idea of how I would want to play them. I don't know if I actually have a turtle barbarian. I have a turtle rogue, a Kenku rogue who wears a turtle shell. Pingu the unseen assassin. And here's Captain Ventry Forte, the one who would love that gun you have. Ghostwise Halfling Warlock. Good guys. Lots of characters. 137 to be exact. Oh, man. That's why there's no more spear-nosed amberfish in the world. Well, damn Shellet. I'm sure that fish was good. All right, Acid Bubble. First level evocation spell. One action, 10 feet, lasts for a minute. Choose a 5-foot area within range. You create a floating bubble of acid that fills that area. It begins to slowly float away. At the beginning of each turn, until the bubble touches a target, it drifts 10 feet in a direction you choose. When the bubble touches a target, they must make a dex save. On a fail save, they take 3d6 acid or half as much on a fail. Beric Turma Moore, son of the Dwarf King, and an elf woman who his own father says he's the son of the god Adamantine Moradin. Moradin is like an uncle to him. Always his name means shield Moore. Interesting. It's going to create a sphere. It's 10 foot. No, it's 5 foot. This is a dexterity save. Save on a success. We don't have to put that. He uses nothing but shields. Well, then I imagine he's probably like a shield bearer fighter with the shield master feat and everything. All right. He's actually in the lore of the revisited games and inspiration of one of the DM's branch admirals. Excellent. All right, so we got 3d6. So that's good. And at higher levels, scaling value, skills, enter the specific level number where a change occurs, such as 6 for twice as many. 2. That scale is additional. Oh, I can never remember this. Additional targets. I think it's additional points. And it's 1d6. Is this like? What other spell is this like that I can actually just mirror this? Chromatic orb. Yep, chromatic orb. Okay. Create a spell. Black iron explodes when hit. Spell scale. Okay, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna copy all of this. Just gonna rework this. Acid bubble. Action. This is a small iron ring dipped in perfume. Ranged 10 feet. Time. Come on, damn it. 1 minute. His final stand was when he cast Fireball positioned on himself after running at the... Damn. That kind of sounds like what the Warlock in my game did recently when fighting a group of adventurers, evil adventurers. He knew that he was going to go down very soon, and so he decided that he was going to go out with a bang, and he cast Fireball directly above him, nearly killing himself. So we need to change this. Get rid of that. Change this to D6s. There we go. Addition. Okay, so I was wrong. It was... So we need to get rid of all those. My world, the bigger the spell, the bigger the armor explosion, max level fireball. Oh shit, I was wrong. This isn't the same thing. Oh. Interesting. This isn't raising that up. Okay. 5 feet. Attacked is ranged. Spell save. Dex. That's why one of the mountains looks more like a volcano. Okay, because that's where the explosion happened. This? No, yeah, because we're not doing that. Okay. So we'll just have to remember that. That's just something that's going to have to be remembered. That's pretty cool. Acid bubble, look at you. Alright, so next one. Arena of Trust. As part of casting the spell, choose up to 6 willing creatures within range. For the duration, all creatures cannot be killed by each other while inside the arena. Instead, when a creature takes fatal damage from another affected creature, it's reduced to 0 hit points and is unconscious for the next hour. After an hour's passed, it regains consciousness with all hit points lost. That's pretty badass. So it's like a training area. That's cool. So 2, it's going to be 1 minute of casting. It is verbal, somatic, and material. A bit of parchment and a drop of blood. Well, that sounds exactly right. All right. Oh, there's buttons on that. So the duration, it's a range, it's 30 feet. This is time, it is 8. Yeah, dude, it sounds like you have a lot of time put into this. Sounds like you have devoted a lot of time into it. This can be for clerics, paladins, and wizard. Yeah, no doubt about that. Your effect sphere, 60 feet. It's a big area. 60-foot radius? Damn. Isn't there a place to put if it's a ritual? Yes, right there. Especially the magic gun and scope. Hell yeah. No, that sounds awesome. Shelter. 2nd level abjuration, 1 action. Verbal, somatic, material. Buckler, a wooden arrow. Oh, buckler and a wooden arrow. So it actually does have something that's consumed. So this is range 90 feet. It's concentration of 1 minute. An area within 90 feet of you, so a 10-foot radius sphere within 9 feet of you, becomes covered by a sudden barrier of force. For the duration, so for 1 minute, every creature in a 10-foot radius benefits from half cover when targeted by magical range attacks. That's pretty badass. That's pretty badass. I like that idea. Basically just creating an area of force that can be handled as cover. That's pretty awesome. Bolster familiar. 1st level abjuration, 1 action. Gun interaction is a Barovian prayer fair to his father. Nice. Small figurine resembling. You're familiar. I remember there was a time whenever I used to like become very specific with all of my magic item interactions. Basically, anything that had a command word, I'd always sit there and like try and spend time on figuring out exactly what it was going to be. And there was one point where I was going to play a Goliath wizard who had an ability, like all of his spells were, or his spell book was tattooed on him. So that was like kind of my little sneaky way of having it where his spell book could never be taken from him, because like they were tattoos on him. And I went through and designed like 5 or 6 different tattoos that had like certain symbols and like giant based lettering that could be construed as like the invocations and stuff like that, ways of representing the materials and things. So I had a lot of fun with that. All right, wizard spell. No. Wizard. When you cast a spell using a spell slot a second, the hit points increase. Okay, so that's going to be spell scale. Yes. All right, so modifier is so this is going to be, oh, I don't know if we can do that. Lang? That's weird. Wish there was a way to have like healing. Huh, I'm curious. How would I make a copy of Cure Wounds? That's curious. Not Mass Cure Wounds, just regular Cure Wounds. Thank you much. Oh yeah, definitely. I'll take a I will 100% take a look at this. All right, let's look at this. Starting at 3rd level, proficiency with deception, persuasion, or sleight of hand. That's good. When you choose this archetype at 3rd level, you begin constructing a custom firearm that suits your unique brand of renegade style. This process begins by selecting the wolf form upon which, okay, so 2 Pistolier, favoring speed and style over raw power. A renegade who adopts Pistolier wields a small flintlock handgun. As an action, you can target a creature within 30 feet and shoot. Make a ranged attack against the creature. You're proficient with the attack, and on a hit, deals 1d6 plus dex. Number of shots can be fired during a single... Okay, so 2 shots at 5th. So basically where you get your extra attacks. That's awesome. And then sniper, armed with a large 2-handed firearm. Single shot action. Creature within 120 feet. Ranged attack. 1d10 plus dex. You deal extra damage when you reach higher. Okay, so basically replacing the extra shots with increased damage. So Firebolt versus Eldritch Blast, kind of or vice versa, Eldritch Blast versus Firebolt. So that's pretty awesome. Through the combination of salvaging stolen parts, you can customize it with various upgrades. When you choose this archetype, pick one minor upgrade from the firearm upgrades. We'll check that out. If an upgrade has a prereq, you must meet that. You gain an additional one at 5th and one and a major at 10th. Okay. So 7th level, you can exploit a creature's weak spot. The damage dealt to your firearm, including ignores resistance and immunities. That's good. 10th level, you can use your second wind. You gain AC +1 and movement +10. That's awesome. At 15th level, your skill with your firearm can adapt. Finish a long rest, replace any of the upgrades with a different one. That's cool. You can't have 2 major. Okay, that's understandable. 18th level, channel volatile force. As a bonus action, you can either throw or set down a small explosive. If thrown, it has a range of 30 feet, detonates on impact. If set down, it can be detonated remotely 60 feet away. When detonated, 15-foot radius, dex save 12d6 force. That's also at 18th level, so that's pretty on par. Awesome. Okay, so let's look at these fire. Wow, that's a good bit. Um, black powder. So being within 5 feet isn't okay. So this is kind of like crossbow expert. When you use your action to shoot, you can use a bonus action to strike it. Okay, so yeah, basically the same thing as the crossbow expert. By repurposing some salvage hex tech, equip your gun with net. Okay, choose a creature, make a strength save at the end of the turn. Okay, so you can basically restrain someone. When you hit a creature, all creatures within 5 feet make dex saves. Okay, so like a shrapnel, yeah, explosive shot. If you haven't moved, okay, so this is basically the same as that new rogue ability of where you can steady aim. Use a collateral. Okay, so we'll get to barrage. Double barrel. You can shoot twice in a single action. Okay, that's cool. Smoke screen, firing mechanism, cloud forming with. Okay, lasts for 10 minutes. Sick. As an action, you can fire barrage of bullets. Each creature in a 15-foot cone must make a dex save. 3d10 plus dex. That's fucking awesome. When you hit a creature, you can immediately cause the bullet to hit another one. Okay, wow. Release a piercing bolt of electricity. Each creature, okay, so 30-foot long, 1-foot wide line. Okay, so basically getting a very underpowered lightning bolt. And as a bonus action, you can charge your weapon with blazing force. When you hit, they take fire damage equal to half your level, and you can charge your weapon a number of times equal to charisma. Huh, that's weird that it's based on charisma and not con or something. Okay. Or intelligence, since fighters are often intelligence-based casters. But hey, I'd take it. It's not a bad class. I mean, it's a 6 subclass. Very, I see that it's Legends of Runeterra, the Dark Tides of Bilgewater. So yeah, very, very specific to a certain type of campaign. Like you said, it fits within what you're looking for. So that definitely makes sense. Bonus hit points, that's a thing? Yes. Wow, okay. Didn't know that. 3. You have a lore reason for barrage? I'd love to hear it. Higher levels, so 1, this skill effect is additional points. I believe that's how that works. Yeah, additional points, and it's 2d8. Awesome. All right. Bond jump. 3rd level, conjuration, 1 minute. It has a range of a mile. And it's instantaneous. This has all 3 VSM. A blade of hair or a similar item belonging to the creature. Oh, okay. You can teleport. Yeah. Okay, that makes total sense. Use the power of your bond with an ally to instantly teleport to them while casting a spell. Choose one willing creature within range. Once you finish casting, which is the 1 minute, you and any equipment you're wearing or carrying teleports to an open space within 15 feet of the target. If the creature is not willing or there is no space, it fails. Cool. Druid, Warlock, and Wizard. You know, I'm also going to give that to Ranger. Honestly, I think that sounds like a rangery thing. Rue, she's a gun nut in Syrian who upgraded his gun for him to do the complete opposite of his usual fighting style. He's a sniper, so she added Barrage, the complete opposite. Gotcha. Yeah, I know how to pronounce Rue, luckily. 1 mile is not a valid number? Yes, it is. All right, if we're doing feet, then I'm doing 5 tomatoes. Okay, if we want to play that game, if folks out there didn't know, 5,280 feet is 1 mile, also known as 5280 or 5 tomatoes. So if you ever need to know how long a mile is, it's 5 tomatoes. Keep that in mind. All right, so bond jump is good. Circle of Summoning. This is a 5th level conjuration spell with a 1 hour casting time. VSM. Magic chalk worth 50 gold. And doesn't have a duration. We're just going to leave that as that. The duration is time, and it's 24 hours. I think this has to be spell range type. Yeah. I guess? I don't know. I know I have to have something here, so I'm just going to put... Oh, wait, it is. It's 10 feet. Wow, I'm an idiot. I'm looking at it. All right. You draw a 10-foot diameter circle on the ground, inscribing it with the symbol with symbols and runes that amplify the presence of outsiders. As part of casting a spell, choose one type of outsider: aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead. When a spell is cast that summons creatures of that chosen type into the area of the circle, you can use your action to extend the duration of the spell by up to 8 hours. You can create a permanent circle of summoning by casting the spell in the same location every day for 1 year. You need not use the circle of summoning when you cast it in this way. Oh, yes. I know what I'm putting into my library groups game. Necromancers who use Circle of Summoning to make their summoned shadows last longer. That's smart. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. All right. And of course, Albernius works under Master Commodore Dog. Once actually was Albernius' junior Commodore, and yes, this dog is a reference. Dog the Bounty Hunter. Hell yeah. Oh, Snoop Dogg. Oh, D-O-double-G. Gotcha. Thought you were leaning more towards him being a bounty hunter or something. Convey intention. Ah, he's a smoke. Oh, sick. Okay. All right. Enchantment cantrip. 1 minute casting time. Verbal somatic. It's a range of 30 feet. It's instantaneous, and it's available to Bard, Druid, Ranger, Sorcerer, and Warlock. Use enchanting magic to bolster the strength of your communication. Choose one creature that you can see within 30 feet of you, and one simple idea, emotion, or image. The creature instantly understands the idea provided it's capable of doing so. Huh. That's kind of cool. All elves are weavers. He weaves smoke. That's sick. Like that idea. Smoke weaver. All I can think about is that one Vine where the kid's like trying to make smoke rings and a guy just goes up and blows it. Adam. All right. Second level conjuration, egg spell. Oh no. 1 action. Action. Haha. Self. Duration is instantaneous. It's verbal and material, and you need 1 egg. When you cast egg, roll a d6. Okay. 1, you summon... Okay, I know I can do numbered lists here, so... 1, you summon 12 eggs and an unoccupied... Oh god, I gotta read this out. Hold on. You summon 12 eggs in an unoccupied space within 5 feet of you. These eggs may manifest as regular chicken, duck, or goose eggs, okay? 2, you summon 4 eggs that shoot out from your space. Each flies in 60-foot lines going north, south, east, and west. Any creature in that line must succeed a dex save or take 1d8 bludgeoning damage. The egg you use to cast the spell hatches into 2d8 chickens. They're friendly to your party, but may not be given commands. However, if the number of chickens is greater than 9, they are instead hostile to you. Interesting. You summon... Okay, hold on. I gotta label all these. Let's get these all numbered. 5, you summon 4, you summon 2d6 hard-boiled eggs. You can use an action to consume 1, restore 2 hit points. And they last for an hour. You summon 1 large egg, roll a d6. The egg hatches into a friendly beast that disappears after an hour or when it's reduced to 0 hit points. 2 owls, 2 eagles, a giant owl, a croc, a swarm of spiders, 2 flying snakes, or a giant chicken. And lastly, roll twice, ignoring another 6. The effects you roll are instead doubled. Wow, that's a lot. That is a lot. And that's basically available to everyone. Bard, Cleric, Druid, Paladin, Ranger, Sorcerer, Warlock, and Wizard. Yeah, that's pretty much all of them. That's funny as shit. Bernius has the medals of his first mate Johnson, his anchor, his wheel, and his 3 stars. He gave the Weaver the anchor, the dog, and the dog has 1 of the stars. Johnson's sister got a star, and so does Brizzo. Nice. Yeah, I don't know what's up with this egg spell, but I kind of love it. Yeah, cool. On to the next one. Evolve Beast. It's a kind of want a character based on having that as a favorite spell. Well, considering it's a 2nd level conjuration, you would have to be like, you know, at least 3rd level to really start playing it up. But yeah, I could see playing like a bird folk, like an Owlin or a Kenku or an Aarakocra. That's kind of ridiculous. Funny as shit, though. Alright, so 5th level transmutation, Evolve Beast. Casting time is 8 hours. It's verbal, somatic, and material, and requires Dragon's Feather, the feet of a Quipper. Huh? And a gem. The feet of a Quipper. Okay. Those of you that don't know, quippers are fish. For reference, this is a quipper. It's a piranha. Quipper don't have feet, so I don't know what that means. No, they don't have a walking speed. They, in fact, have a, oh, let me do that. They very clearly have a 0-foot walking speed. They don't have feet. So I don't know. No, there's no other quipper in here. Stretches. Magikarp doesn't have feet, and look what it can do. Shut up, Glenn. Oh, that's son of a bitch. Yeah, this is literally the only instance of quipper in this whole thing. That's... No, equipment. Quipper, equipped. Equipped. Yeah, that's the only reference of quipper in this whole thing. So... Magikarp doesn't have feet. Yeah, I know Magikarp doesn't have feet. I know a lot about Magikarps. Thank you very much. Alright. So evolved beast, what can that do? Choose a creature. Choose a beast that has a CR of no more than 1. They gain the following benefits. It has a +4 to attack and damage. It has a +2 to its armor available to... What? I'm assuming that's supposed to be AC. It gains a +2 to its AC. It can breathe both air and water. It gains a fly speed of 30 feet. Its maximum hit points are increased by your caster level plus your spell casting modifier. No, it would say Lokatath if it was talking about Lokatath. But it specifically says the feat of a quipper. Beast cannot be affected by the spell more than once, even if it has been dispelled. Wow. Wow. That's intense. Huh. I'm curious. Does a... Yeah, I thought so. You know, I'm also going to give that to Ranger and Druid. Ugh. Man, 8 hours to be able to bolster a creature, giving it +4 to attack and damage, +2 to its AC, giving it a flying speed, the ability to breathe water and air, and its maximum hit points are increased by your level plus spellcasting mod. I mean, most characters are going to get 5th level spells at 9th level, right? Yeah, divide by 2 minus 1. Yeah, 9th level. So you're at least getting 9. By that point, you should have maxed out your modifier, if not a +4. So you're going to get 13 to 14 points, bumping its max HP. Plus that 2 AC is powerful. also a +4 to attack and damage. That's beyond the capabilities of like magic items. Most magic items cap out at a +3. And it's also until it's dispelled. I guess the one caveat is that it can't get the effect twice, even if it's been dispelled. So that means, like, if your companion dies, or not, I guess it wouldn't be if your companion dies, but yeah, if this creature dies, it can't be, even if it's brought back, it can't be affected again. Or if somebody casts, if it goes into like an anti-magic field, or if somebody casts Dispel Magic on it, it's gone. Whew, that's rough. All right. Fanfare. How are you doing tonight, Glenn? Sorry I yelled at you. Thanks for hanging out, pal. All right, Fanfare. You target one creature that you can see within 60 feet. Becomes showered in a magical display of confetti and fireworks. Regaining 1 hit point and has advantage on saving throws against being feared or charmed. The visual illusion fills a 5-foot radius around the creature, producing loud... This is 100% a spell that Cooper would have had. 100%. I wish I would have had this as Cooper. I would have been using it all the fucking time. Oh my god, that's such a bard spell. I love it. I love it so much. Bard, cleric, sorcerer. Makes them consider taking... Yeah, I mean, it would. I mean, that evolved beast would... You would have to start like really like tracking down. I mean, that's why I wanted to give it to the ranger, because I think that would be really smart for the ranger to have. But you'd have to... Whew, that's kind of plays into a lot of different effects. I think there's anything we need to add to this. So if you target a hostile creature, they must succeed a dex save. Okay, well, we're going to put a dex save right in there. On a failure, becomes mocking. Confetti obscures our vision. Interesting. Ooh. All right. Next spell. Gather Animals. It's a 2nd level enchantment. 1 minute casting time. Verbal, somatic, and material. A bell or whistle. Range of 30 feet. And it is instantaneous, and it's available to Bard, Druid, and Ranger. Call upon the local creatures and command them to heed your call. Name one beast with a CR of 1/2 or less. Once the spell casting ends, all beasts of that type within half a mile travel to convene at your location. They act as normally as they would and may choose to leave after 2d4 plus 2 rounds. Interesting. Huh. You can do a lot with rats if you do that. Ugh. Or snakes. Be up in a tree or something like that, and like creatures are underneath you trying to like stab at you and like get you down out of the tree, and you just call all the snakes around. Oh god. Incubate. Here's the spell. Here's the spell that never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail. When I saw this, I wanted to wail. I need the egg from the P5 group. Touch. Instantaneous. It's available to druids and rangers. Your spell rapidly catalyzes the process of egg growth, causing the creature to fully form inside the egg faster than normal. Choose one undamaged egg at the beginning of casting. The egg does not need to be fertile. Once the spell ends, the creature inside fully grows into a hatchling state and emerges. It's then charmed by the caster for an hour or until it takes damage. Oh boy. That sounds fun. Whew. Yeah. I like that spell. That spell might be given to some NPCs. That spell might already be in the possession of some NPCs. Come to think of it. Charmed for 1 hour, at which point its senses are returned to it and it would act as normal. That sounds great. Did I not? Wait, why is, there we go. Oh, what other music do I have actually? I don't want to go anything main character. Huh. The lounge? Check out this band. Screeching scent. You emit a high-pitched screech that travels out 120 feet at the beginning of your next turn. The sound you released returns in a black and white image of the local layout. This image does not show information behind walls and is blurred around corners beyond 10 feet. Your passive perception of this image is 10 plus your spell casting modifier. That's pretty cool. So basically bat sonar. So bard, druid, ranger, sorcerer, and warlock. That's pretty sick. I like that idea. All right. Next spell, Surrogate. It's a 4th level transmutation spell with a casting time of 1 minute. It's touch, it's VSM, and a morsel of food, and 2 small metal rods worth 50 gold each. And it lasts for up to 8 hours of concentration. Choose a creature within range that has an intelligence score of 3 or less. If the creature is willing, if it's unwilling, it must succeed on a wisdom save. On a failure, or if the creature is willing, it becomes incapacitated for the 8 hours. You then lose control of your body and gain control of the creature, but don't deprive the creature of awareness. You also retain your alignment, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma scores. For the duration, you possess the target's statistics, but do not gain access to its knowledge. Available to... what? You don't gain access to its knowledge, features, or proficiencies. Spell ends if the creature drops 0 hit points, if your body takes damage, or if you end it as a bonus action. Huh. That's pretty cool. Alright. Druid, Ranger, Sorcerer, Warlock, and Wizard. Alright. Only got 2 more left. After that, I think we're going to be calling it a night because it's 1 a.m. So, Tone of the Shepherd. You create an auditory illusion that fills the air within a 15-foot radius around yourself. Each creature that can hear the tune must make a wisdom save. On a failure, any creature affected takes 1d10 psychic damage. At the beginning of an affected creature's turn, they must re-roll it, taking an additional 1d10. Okay, that's interesting. Tone of the Shepherd. Huh. 3rd level illusion, 1 action. Verbal range. No, it's range is 15 feet. And it's concentration for 1 minute. Bard, Druid, Ranger. And modifiers is going to be damage. And that's psychic. 1d10. And we also need to go into here, make this a wisdom save. Also, we can make this 15 feet. I don't know if there's actually a spot to put that it's centered on yourself, but I think that's fine. All right, quick save. And on to the last spell of Stibbles. Word of Mercy. It's funky music. Not what I'm used to. I got all kinds of new music in this Pretzel Rocks. Okay, so Word of Mercy. It's a 1st level conjuration spell. 1 reaction. Interesting. This is the 1st reaction. It doesn't actually have a description. It's only verbal. It's 30 feet. And it's instantaneous, available to Bard, Cleric, Druid, and Paladin. Okay, here is the trigger. Get all this settled. When you see a friendly creature take damage, so that is the trigger. You shout a verbal command causing causing purple mist to briefly surround the target of an attack within range that you can see. If the target's current hit points are more than the damage of the attack, the spell fails. Otherwise, the attack misses and the target takes no damage. At the start of your next turn, the purple mist surrounds you, dealing the damage of the initial attack. Wow, that's kind of crazy. So basically, that's more for like a defensive kind of character. You see that, you know, the fighter who's only got 5 hit points about to take 12 points of damage, you can cast this, and at the start of your next turn, you're going to take that 12 points of damage, but you're going to save them. Oh man, that's cool. I like that. Word of Mercy. All right, well, mostly beyond that, in Stibbles, there's just some items, but today we got through a lot. We got all the feats and we got all the spells in Stibbles. On top of that, we also let's take a quick look. Oh, wrong button. Nope. How do I want to do this? Switch that up. Hey, there we go. So today, what did we get? What did we work on? Get done with? Well, we We updated the Book of Scribing. We added the Necromancer Shield and the Reassembling Skeleton. This music. No. Not about that. Come on. There we go. We added the War Blowgun, the Cat of Nine Tails Whip, and the Sword Whip. We added the Path of the Lightning Vessel Barbarian subclass, which I still think is extremely overpowered. And then we added the Arcane, then we added all the feats from Stibbles, and then we added all the spells from Stibbles. So those will be available to players in my games. So yeah, if you are curious out there, those of you that might be watching this, the 5 wonderful viewers that are hanging out here, if you would like access to any of the stuff that I have put on D&D Beyond, I keep most of my stuff on private 99% of the time, because I'm not adding my own content. The only time that I ever publish content is if I have the direct approval of the one who has made it, or it is something of my own creation, such as the College of Dirges. I actually got the approval of the person who made it from back in the day on Fandom. Same with a lot of these, or they are ones that I have come up with or have altered. So if there is anything on here, you can shoot me a message, and I can give you access. I can jump you into I think I have like 1 or 2 spots available in a campaign that you would be able to access that stuff. So if you want that, hit me up. Beyond that, thanks for available to players. Oh, the incubate spell. Oh yeah, because Rhyme has so many dragon themed issues, and the GS group, they're gonna have dragon themed issues in time. They're also going through Icespire Peak, but they're not gonna have to deal with the Cult of the Dragon. They don't have to deal with Tiamat's cult. P5 does. So they'll be that spell will do kind of a thing that spell just gets on paper an ability that I already had in mind. I was just kind of surprised to more see it in a in a very in a spell. So believe me, it was gonna happen one way or the other. But thank you for those who hung out with me tonight. I really appreciate it. I love doing these D&D and chill sessions. So I do have, I want to do another one soon. I got some characters that I want to make up. I got to make up a wild magic barbarian minotaur and a wild magic sorcerer centaur. I also have to make a bugbear sage that uses a whip, maybe a ranger, probably the case. So that'll be another day. Can't say it's gonna be this week, but who knows? If I can get it out on time, I'll send a message on my Twitch, or not my Twitch, my YouTube, Twitter, or Instagram. So follow me over there. Twitter and YouTube is at Kelf1, Instagram's at Kelf01. So yeah, give me a follow over there. As I like to do these, I try and put an update whenever I can. Don't always, like I said, don't hold me to that. I'm a sleepy man. So again, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. You guys have a wonderful night, and I'll see you later.